What's going on, guys? How are you doing? This is Shocks, and this is Shocks Capital Effects. Today we want to talk about Bitcoin. So we'll also talk about Ether. So let's go crypto today. So I want to analyze. I want to show you where Bitcoin is most likely to go and where you must be buying Bitcoin. And yeah, so let's start with the D1. We're using price action and smart money concept to look at these things. So number one, this is the daily time frame, and what you can see from this by only looking at the chart is, okay, number one, we have price going up from this end, right, from here to here. This has been bullish, right? But from this point where price did break structure here, so Bitcoin break structure, as you can see, and we became what? Bearish. And as you can see, we are still bearish. And okay, let's mark out some important zones. Number one, this is an order block which we're looking at. And number two, as you know, order blocks we look for what? We look for rejections and what? And we can be using them as what? As targets. So as you can see, this is a potential target for Bitcoin. Since we are bearish on the daily time frame, we can be looking out for this area as our potential target, and this is around 30,000 US dollars price for Bitcoin. This is a very good area basing on the D1 for you to be buying some Bitcoins, right? So number one, this is what we are looking for. And number two, let's look at some inefficiencies in the market so that we know where Bitcoin should be going and what it should be filling. Okay, so if you look at this area, this is a void that hasn't been fully filled by price. This is a void, so meaning we might be seeing a rally or a drop. No, not a rally per se, a drop to this area to fill those areas. But if you zoom in into this area, what can you see? You can see that price might be going to fill this fair value gap which you see in this area. So this is a zone which we might also be looking out for. So we might be seeing something like this in the near future, where Bitcoin just goes, fills this gap or and or retest this order block which you see. Because as you look at it, there has been some break of structure to the downside, meaning a decision to go to the downside has been made by price, and what we are looking for is a retest of that area and go. So this is the D1. Let's go to the H4 and try to see what is happening to Bitcoin right there. So this is interesting. What you can see here is we have price moving up, breaking highs as we go, and creating this rally in price. And that rally created by this order block is very, very, very interesting. And this can be a very good area to buy short term for Bitcoin. This is around 37,000 US dollars for Bitcoin. So you can be buying here and targeting around 46,000 with this. And if you look at this also, what you can see is we have a break of structure here and a retest of an order block which has already happened. And what are we seeing? A break of structure, and we might be looking around this area for some sell entries if you trade Bitcoin like that. If you want to buy, you just be looking at price reaching out to your prices, right? As I said, this is a very good price, and this is also a very good price. But if you look at this, we can be seeing that we have some very interesting price action. We have some very interesting price action and pool of liquidity below this low. So the pool of liquidity is a magnet for price. It's a magnet for price. So we might be seeing price going for this liquidity, for this money below this low, and we might be looking out for price reaching out to around 30,000 for you to buy Bitcoin. So you might be buying this Bitcoin around 30k here, right? So this might be a very good price to buy. And if you look at the D1, the daily order block, and if you zoom in on the daily order block, you can see that we can see some H4 order blocks or H4 zone inside here around the 30k price mark. So we can be looking at that and looking forward to buy from 30k. So as we stand right now, Bitcoin is very, very bearish, and it can only go down from my analysis, from my smart money point of view. And if you look at this, there's been some interesting price action here. There was money resting above these highs, as you can see. So this is a liquidity grab into a point of interest, and this now becomes a change of character for structure, change of character. And if this is a change of character, this is a first state, a first retest of what, of a zone of interest, and we are looking for a second test or a secondary test, then we can go down. So this is also what you can see if you use what we call a Wyckoff schematic, and this is what I see using the smart money concept. So 30k price mark and 36,000, those are the two prices I'm looking forward to buy from. And for now, I will be watching on the sidelines. So as I said we might also be looking at what, at Ethereum. And let's look at this. Ethereum, I remember doing this analysis saying price might go up from this one, from this point. We did send that analysis though in our Telegram, and you can check out our Telegram channel so that you can see all these types of analysis that are sent on a daily basis, right? So as you can see, this is reacting from what, from this order block. But long term, what do I see? Let's go to what, to D1 first, and try to analyze what we might be going on for. So by just looking at this, you can see that we have a pool of liquidity here with money below this one, this low, and just below that we have what, an order block, very interesting point of interest around that area, and we'll be looking at that. And as you know, we don't trade order blocks that have liquidity like this here. So this will not be a very good area to buy. Why? Because of this liquidity. So price is more likely to take this money and retest order block 1, which is around this area. So this is what we are looking for from what, from Ethereum. And okay, as you can see, this has been very bullish, and we have retested this order block here. This is just a small reaction, and we'll be looking at this one, at this breaker, for price to maybe to retest this one and go to our point of interest. So our price, our magic price on what, on Ethereum is 1,500 USD, and that's what we will be looking out for to buy our Ether. And if we go to H4, what do we see? So we're just looking for on D1 and H4, and trying to analyze where these cryptocurrencies are going, or where they might be going. This is the breaker which we were looking for, and as you can see, this is what we are doing, and we are looking for a retest of that area and take this liquidity, as well as taking these equal lows and going for 1.5, and we will be buying from that. So as you can see right now, we are very, very, very bearish, and we'll be looking for price to drop so that we can buy at discounted prices. This is Shocks. Trade what you see. This is what I see on the cryptocurrencies. I hope to see you next week. Thank you.